Well, you're back with us on the SportsMax zone. This time we change gears to motorsports. Jamaica's Fraser McConnell won the European leg of the Nitro Rallycross in the Supercar class over the weekend. The 23-year-old competed in both the Group E electric car class and the Supercar combustion engine class, where he secured first, second and fourth place finishes. Fraser now sits in third place in Group E championship of the series, which continues in the USA in October. We're very pleased to be joined by the racing champion himself, Fraser McConnell. Fraser, welcome.
Yes, thank you for having me.
How are you doing, big man?
All is well?
Yeah, most things are. Good to see you again.
Yeah, man, glad to be on again. And, after a very successful European leg, we're looking forward to what is next to come.
Well, you had a very hectic but rewarding weekend, so talk to us about that.
So it was double duty again with the Group E and the Supercar, as you said earlier, and it was actually more than double duty because they lost a round in the Supercar, so they had to make this round in Sweden a double weekend. So Saturday and Sunday were two completely different events with practice right through to final for both days. So it was more so 3 times the amount of driving that I'd normally do. But it worked out very well. We won every single outing. We were number one in Saturday from practice heats, qualifying to the right through to the final on Saturday. We won all of those, and then on Sunday we did the same thing again. We crossed the finish line in first in the final as well, but a track marker penalty set us back to the second place. But it was still enough for us to win the championship, which was a huge victory. And we get to bring home some hardware for the guys at the team, putting in some very late hours working on the car, and all the sponsors involved as well to show everybody that we have what it takes and ready to bring that to the Group E category as well.
Fraser, you've been doing this now for 3 years now, or 4, was it? But
3, yeah.
3, right? Yeah. So tell me a little bit about how much you've grown, because I watch you when we broadcast the races, and you look like you're a much better driver now. Not that you're a bad driver to begin with, but
yeah.
but now you look like you've been doing this for 20 years. Talk to me about the growth that you've had in the last couple of years, and what is the most important thing that you think you've learned over the last couple of seasons?
Well, thank you, first of all, and that's my mindset of going into every time I step into the car, this is the mindset I have, and that is I will need to be better than I was before. So whether it's a year ago, 2 years ago, today's morning practice or afternoon practice, I'm going to want to be better every time I step into the car and learn from the mistakes that I've made in the past. Think about why they happen, put things into place so that they don't happen again, and then go out there, execute as perfect as I can.
Mm-hmm. Because I watch your race, and the commentators hold you in very high regard in terms of the skill set that you're displaying, and you have these amazing rivalries that they seem very excited about it. Is it the same for you? The rivalries with, I'm trying to remember his name right now, forgive me, but both of you seem to be always going at it, especially on the first day on the weekend where you emerge victorious. It's an intense rivalry that brings a lot of energy to the sport.
Yes, in the Supercar, my number one rival was Yuri Bilevsky.
Bilevsky, right.
Me and him had some really great battles. He was getting the better of me a little bit in the first event, and then we turned up the Benzes and got it done on the final. So we had crossed the finish line in first place for every single final, but like I said, this last one we almost made it a 3-peat, but the penalty prevented it. But it was a great sportsmanship on and off the track. Very hard racing, but at the same time respectable, and acknowledging each other at the end of the race is great camaraderie and sportsmanship, and that's what you look forward to in these motorsports as well.
Right, and Fraser, you spoke about, despite winning all your supercar races, you were denied the clean sweep. How do you plan to bounce back from that?
It is a frustrating not say lost, but a frustrating penalty. When we could say it's easily avoidable, but hindsight is always 2020. And I'll use it to better myself for the next time. And like I said, the electric category is only 2 rounds down. We have 8 more to go. We've gone up a place in the championship. We're 3rd in the championship now, with two consistent 4th place finishes in the final.
Yeah.
A lot of the guys are struggling to even make the final, and we've done that 2 times consecutively now. And it was a real challenge to balance the driving components for both categories with the supercar and the electric. And I'm happy that I can focus on one thing at that time, and put all of my energy into one of the beasts and go out there and do the thing.
Your teammates with Christopherson, Larson, Backerud, some of the best drivers out there on the circuit. What's that experience like for you as the relative rookie in the crew?
No, it was an incredible experience. First of all, I have to congratulate DRR and JC, the team I'm with this year. We actually had a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 finish in the final, and that's something that's pretty much unheard of. And working with people as experienced as Christopherson and Backerud and Larson, Christopherson is a 4-time world champion. And I think he's won 38 of 56 races in the World Championship. So he's no slouch. And Backerud is last year's European champion. Larson is the previous year's European champion. And, years and years and years of experience. And, of course, the Jamaican flair is spicing up things in the team. But, a great group of guys. We all share information to make each other go faster. But they're aware that I'm the, let's say, rookie, but by no means are they taking it easy, and they know that I'm hot on their tails, and if they slip up, I'm there.
But let me ask you this though. I remember asking this question a couple of years ago. About how you interact with the fellow drivers in terms of the respect level that they had for you. Coming in as a rookie, as a new driver, as a Jamaican, you're more of a novelty than anything else. Now, what's the take from their perspective now, you think?
At first, it was, like I said, a novelty. Like, it's cool for people to see the Jamaican flag on the entry list. And, no one really knew what to expect because it was never done before. A lot of people didn't know my background or what I was capable of. And I love that because I was able to go out there and with no expectation, no pressure on my back, and just do what I know how to do best. And within those 3 years, people have held me at high regard of being someone that has what it takes to be victorious in these races. And it's racing against people that I look up to and still do. In the past, watching Rallycross growing up, watching Rally. These were the names that were being called, and now I'm racing them, and like here, Nicholas Garnham passing him on the inside, and he's someone that I used to watch growing up as a little kid, and his father as well. So some really, really cool names involved, and they know that now when they see the Jamaica flag on the entry list, it's no plaything.
It's game time. Well, you're heading into the USA leg now of the series. What can we expect from you? Talk to us about your preparation. What's coming up?
Well, I'm looking forward to the USA because it's tracks that we have been to before, and I have data that I can look back before the racing starts, watch my videos, get acclimatized, and when it's first practice, instead of trying to be a little more careful and get up to speed, it's gonna be bang on the money from the get-go, and that will shake up the competition and increase the confidence from the beginning, and it's going to be a good next 8 events. And happy everybody's on board for the ride, and A-Shock put their trust in me this year, as well as all the Jamaican sponsors from last year. We have Jamaica Tourist Board, Rainforest, we have Just Bet again, Puma Motorsports is with us, True Shake, Uncle Sal is very famous in the game now. We have Standard Resorts, and everybody coming together to make this dream happen. And we're totally privilege.
What's the difference between the supercar and the electric car in terms of the power, in terms of handling? Give us a sense of what the differences are driving in those two different vehicles.
Well, to start, the electric car is a much heavier machine. It's working with kilograms now, so it's 1,800 kilograms with the driver, opposed to the supercar that's 1,200 kilograms with driver. And there is a big difference in power. The supercar is 600 horsepower, and the electric car is 1,000 horsepower. So comparing the two, performance-wise, the electric is a faster car in a straight line. The corner speed is a little better with the supercar, but it's still a new. Let's say it's almost a prototype, the electric car, and it hasn't been able to get as much development as we want. But everybody, you could have 1,000 hours of development, and they still want 1,001. So
yeah.
we're working towards making it the best car in the world. It is right now the fastest accelerating car in the world.
Yeah.
And we're going out there and putting on a show, and with these huge gap jumps, the big bank turns, and 8 cars in the final, everybody thinking that they can win. It's really interesting stuff, and I'm happy to be a part of it.
Well, Fraser, we want to wish you all the best, and of course, SportsMax is no stranger to you, so we look forward to talking to you again when you win.
Yeah, man. Thank you again for having me, guys.
And just a reminder of viewers, SportsMax, we carry all of the races live. You can download the app and you can catch Fraser in his very best element. Fraser McConnell there, our Rallycross champion. We take a quick break. We'll be right back.